May, a pastor was conducting Sunday church services when out of nowhere, a man walked up to the altar rail, pointed a gun, and pulled the trigger.
Come on! What's the matter with you? There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow!
What it do, nephew? It's your Uncle Lou, and I'm coming at you with some you already know I'm about to do. The year's about to end. On the way to 2K, but before I get into that, this one's coming from Inside Edition. We're going to have a lot of end-of-year wrap-ups, top 10s, and whatnot. The most heart-stopping moments of 2024. Again, this video is about Inside Edition. Now, I'm not going to waste no time. Let's see what we missing. But before we do, make sure you hit that like button for the algorithm and your Uncle Lou. Make sure you share the video with somebody brand new. And then make sure you hit that subscription and notification bell so you know when your Uncle Lou drop in. I'm not saying this fast as well. Now, on the way to 2K, man. Before the year is over with, we right there on the edge. I appreciate every single one of y'all. But we not at the end. We just beginning. I appreciate every single one. Again, like I said. Lastly, make sure you guys leave a comment down below on what you want me to react to next, because you never know. You could put me on to something, because you're the best. Now, without further ado, nephew, it's your Uncle Lou.
These were the most heart-stopping moments of 2024. In February, a moose on the loose was seen barreling down a ski slope in Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
This skier skied backward while warning others.
Go faster!
When it initially came out, I passed it first and didn't even see it because I was focusing on the hill.
Crazy.
And then I heard them yell moose.
Oh my God.
Usually when you see them on hill or anything like this, they're just standing or picking at trees or something. Slow walk. I've never seen one full speed like that before, so it was definitely alarming.
Gotcha!
Finally, the moose made its way back into the woods. Did this New York City firefighter...
Bro, that is so crazy, because I went snowboarding last year, and it was one of the most painful experiences ever. Like, bro, you're gonna bust your behind, right? So I can't even imagine going down the slopes and then having a big old moose behind me that whole time I'm trying to get away. Yeah, it would have been my life.
...go too far. In July, when a car was way too close to a hydrant, he broke the windows, then threaded the fire hose through the car and attached it to the hydrant. The firefighters were fighting a major 4-alarm blaze in the Bronx that destroyed multiple businesses. Reports say the owner of the car racked up 33 fire hydrant violations in the last 2 years, totaling over $9,000.
Jesus.
Perhaps this individual had it coming to the
window.
In February, a teenager collapsed at a school and a deputy sprang into action.
Oh, wow.
You get the breast, I'll get the chest, okay?
It happened during track practice.
Press.
When the deputy arrived, the teen was already hooked up to an AED, or automated external defibrillator.
Come on, buddy! You are there!
She helped administer a second shock from the AED.
Good job, buddy. Come on.
The boy regained a pulse and was taken to a hospital.
Oh, Lord.
In May, a young boy took cover as bullets flew into his living room. 9-year-old Errol was playing with his French bulldogs when gunshots rang out. His mother, Mary Jane Gonzalez, told Jim Murray she was in the bedroom.
Did you realize how close they came to hitting your son? If he had been standing up, he could have been hit.
Facts.
My heart dropped.
As Errol ducked for cover inside, this was the scene outside the Texas apartment complex.
Oh, did somebody get hit?
Over a dozen children fled and hit the ground as gunshots rang out.
Are they okay? No!
About what happened to those children.
Errol eventually ran to his parents' bedroom, crouching the entire way.
Are those kids okay?
In April...
you gotta give me an update. Come on, don't make me go... You know, after the video, I'm gonna go look for it. If I'm not lazy, I'll put the update right here on the screen.
Little girl ran towards a busy intersection. 2 barbers leaped into action. Les Trent has more.
Apparently, the toddler slipped away from her mother at this bus stop, which is right down the street from the barber shop. The mother reportedly took her eye off of her daughter for 1 second and didn't even realize she was gone.
Osvaldo Lugo and Rafael Santana were taking care of customers at the Look Sharp barber shop in East Hartford, Connecticut, when the girl ran by their window. The barbers instantly realized the danger the child was in and ran out the door. As the girl was a few feet away from traffic, Lugo scooped her into his arms. Afterward, the two barbers looked around trying to figure out where the child came from.
It's very busy. This is a main intersection.
I immediately said something and looked back to see if the mom was behind her, but there was nobody behind her.
My initial reaction, it was just, I gotta get there.
In April, a fast food manager was credited with saving a baby's life. Security video from a Richboro, Pennsylvania Taco Bell showed a white car pulling up to the drive-thru. The driver, Natasha Long, had her 11-week-old son Miles in the back seat. She heard her son struggling to breathe and jumped out of her vehicle to grab him. The frightened mother screamed for help, a call that was answered by Taco Bell manager Becky Arbaugh.
Oh, man.
Video shows Arbaugh performing chest compressions until the baby started breathing again. Miles was taken to the hospital for treatment. Long says Arbaugh, who stayed with the mother and child until medical help arrived, saved her son's life. In May, a pastor was conducting Sunday church services when out of nowhere, a man walked up to the altar rail, pointed a gun, and pulled the trigger. By some miracle, it jammed, and the pastor dove for cover. Then a hero emerged and tackled the gunman to the floor.
Oh, he was gonna finish the job.
That hero was a church deacon who put the suspect in a bear hug while trying to grab the gun. All of this played out in front of the congregation and a live stream of people watching from home.
What did the pastor do? What happened? Did the pastor do something? Nobody just does this.
Reverend Glenn Germany of the Jesus Dwelling Place Church in Pittsburgh says he couldn't believe what happened.
At the moment, I was just trying to stay alive. It really is a miracle.
Germany says he does not know the suspect. This was the hero church deacon, Clarence McAllister, who confiscated the pistol.
What is going through your mind when you see this guy with a gun?
Oh, I was shocked. I've never seen nothing like that in my life.
He's your guardian angel.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm so grateful for him.
In June, a German shepherd named Zeus had an encounter with 3 bears as he returned home from a walk with his owner.
Oh my God!
The mama bear wasn't happy to see Zeus and began to chase him down the long driveway.
Oh, what is she doing?
She was probably just protecting her cubs and was trying to chase off the biggest threat, which was Zeus.
Okay, Bailey.
Zeus's owner screamed as loud as she could and didn't think twice about trying to come to his rescue.
For me, it was like an instinct. It wasn't even really a second thought that was like, should I chase the bear? It was like, I'm going to.
Her screams drew attention away from Zeus and caused the bear to stop chasing him. But then the bear focused on her.
I realized she made that 180 turn to look back at me and then realized she was coming towards me. And that's where I realized that, oh crap, like I have to get back home too.
Bailey got home just in time. Eventually, Zeus returned home too.
Yeah, your dog gonna make it.
He peeked his little ears out of the woods about a minute later, and he was just waiting for my call.
In October, Sarah Cook.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Some of you guys are willing to go like to great lengths for your pets. That was wild. Like, yo, that's a bear. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, them things don't mess around. Let me put it in layman's terms. You know what?
Cook and Ryan Lesher screamed and scrambled for safety.
Oh, that's a nightmare situation.
After a dozen dogs aggressively swarmed around them.
I was sure that we were gonna die. We were pretty much pinned against the wall. One jumped up and bit me right in my abdomen.
Climb on this fucking wall and just stay your fucking ass.
Immediately.
I wasn't sure if I was gonna survive that, but we did. We're here.
We just bought this house and it should be such a happy time for us, and now we're afraid to be in our backyard.
Incredibly, just 10 days later, the same pack of pit bulls attacked a mom of 3 as she picked up her kids at daycare in Indianapolis. The traumatized toddlers were safe inside the vehicle, but their mom was bitten on the feet and ankles while screaming for her life.
Bro, 12 dogs?
Screaming, and what was probably lasted 30 seconds felt like 10 to 15 minutes of pure torture.
Eventually, the dogs were removed by animal control.
People
In July,
die like
it was
that.
a scary moment for people on an escalator when a mechanical malfunction caused nearly a dozen people to be injured after falling on top of each other. It happened in an underground metro station in the Turkish city of Izmir.
That's crazy.
In February of 2024, when beer shot out of a fermenter, this guy clearly wasn't prepared. Thankfully, he was okay.
That's actually kind of funny.
In February, this car going 100 miles an hour zoomed by police and ran through a red light. The deputy tried to pull the driver over, but they kept going. At one point, the driver lost control and veered off the roadway. Just when it looked like the pursuit was over, he kept going.
That's an old school Beamer.
The driver pulled into a gas station, was blocked in by deputies, and was ordered out of the car.
Step out of the car. Turn around, face away from me.
Aiden Ross?
Put your hands up over your head.
Move over to your left. Get down on your knees. Got him?
He was eventually taken into custody. When questioned about his actions, deputies say he told them, quote, he thought he could get away with it and that it would be fun. The 19-year-old suspect was charged with fleeing to elude a law enforcement officer with disregard for safety. In January 2024, when this yellow sports car wouldn't stop, a high-tech device deployed to bring the high-speed chase to a screeching halt. It activates under the rear tire and wraps around the tires of fleeing vehicles to stop all forward.
Yo, dog, this is Florida? Dude, what the fuck? That's some fucking Inspector Gadget shit. Go Gadget, get that shit.
Under the rear tire.
Dude, that's like some Batmobile shit. What the fuck?
To bring the high-speed chase to a screeching halt. It activates under the rear tire and wraps around the tires of fleeing vehicles to stop all forward motion. The device, being introduced by police departments everywhere, was invented by a roofer with zero law enforcement experience. Leonard Stock had the idea after watching a high-speed chase on TV.
As I was watching it, I was just cringing when I would see that happen. I hope that lives are being saved. That's the only reason I'm doing this.
Here's how it works. As the net is unfurled, police get as close as they can to the fleeing suspects. Then the chase ends without anyone getting injured.
Some people do think that it shoots out of the police vehicle, but it actually stays attached to the grappler unit and is directed into the tire.
In December, an angry driver crashed right into a car dealership in Sandy, Utah.
I told you. Whoa! Whoa! Call the cops! Is anybody under the car?
No. It was kind of a very, very scary situation.
Megan Alexander has more.
The manager says earlier in the day, the driver had purchased a used Subaru Outback for $4,000.
Several hours later, he came back and he was very emotional, upset about the vehicle. Had been to his mechanic, said there were some things wrong with it, and he would, like to get his money back. He said, listen, if you don't...
Was it a lemon?
Give me my money back right now. I'm going to run this car right through the front door.
Which he did.
I told you!
You can see the driver getting cuffed by cops. He later spoke with Inside Edition.
What on earth were you thinking?
I was just really angry. I was upset about my money. I kind of blacked out for a second.
But Michael, in what universe is it okay to do this?
I know I probably shouldn't have done it, but I guess I just hit a breaking point.
It's the heart-stopping video.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Bro, so he did that and they did an interview with him? Why is it?
Video of a defendant taking a flying
I
leap
remember
and
that.
attacking a judge. It's the heart-stopping video of a defendant taking a flying leap and attacking a judge.
Dude, he wasted his talents.
In December, the defendant, Deobra Redden, was sentenced in the case. Redden will serve at least 26 years in prison for the attack on Clark County District Judge Mary Kay Holtis. Redden has pleaded guilty, but his defense attorney argued he was mentally ill and wasn't taking his medication at the time of the attack. From January...
That's so stupid. That's so stupid. You wasted your talents in the courtroom. Bro, the Miami Dolphins need to fucking upgrade their fucking line. You out here bullshitting on the fucking judge.
Check out this scare on a highway.
Holy.
A trooper was speaking to a driver during a traffic stop in Oklahoma when all of a sudden, another driver crashed into them, sending the trooper and car parts flying.
Oh, how's that driver?
Incredibly, the trooper and the two drivers were okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
In April, seconds after Shane Ramesh walked into a convenience store in Eugene, Oregon, this happened.
What?
An incredibly scary-looking saw came barreling across the parking lot and smashed into the store. The impact was so intense that the store actually shook. Shane spoke to Les Trent.
When that blade hit the building, what did it feel like?
It shook the whole building. Yeah, I mean, it was like an earthquake.
The saw broke loose from a construction site up the road.
When you walked into the store, did you turn around? Did you see the blade coming towards you?
Not at first. At first, I just saw a puff of dust. It wasn't until I actually saw the projectile, you know, I'm thinking it's going right through this door, right through me.
That's crazy.
This is Inside.
Man, guys. Whew. That was crazy. Some of the moments I seen, some of them I didn't see, but overall, it was a crazy list. And we're at the end of 2024. We pretty much in the last week of 2020. Well, next week will be the last week, halfway. It's going to be the last week. This is the last full week of 2024. So, guys, I just want to say I appreciate every single one of you guys just for typing in. Even just for the reaction videos, this is just the beginning. Like, when I say that, I mean that. And I know you're just like, oh, you post all the time. But it doesn't matter. It's just the beginning. It's your Uncle Lou. You're going to catch me in the next one. I already know, boo. Nisi. Be easy. Peace.